welcome everyone to Michie Stadium, home of the Army Black Knights. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Tulane GreenWaves, taking on a fellow opponent from the American, the Army Black Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Black Knights will get us started with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Gonna run it. It's Turner. There he goes. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped. The 36.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Gets it out fast. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Leaves it with the back. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield, making something happen.
A look out over the Hudson, and it looks calm. It is not calm in Michie Stadium on this. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. they'll leave it with him. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Here's the handoff. Running through contact. Big play in the running game, and they get him out of bounds right at the 50-yard line.
Really good looking run, and when you play Army, you know these guys offensively, they are always so dialed into their rushing attack. Everybody understands their assignment and responsibility. It doesn't matter if they're running the option. It doesn't matter if they're doing it out of the spread. They know who they need to block, and as a defense, you better limit your mental errors or you're going to have a hard time slowing this rushing attack down.
Pulls it in. It's Dixon. They are on the move into the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They'll try the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
From the gun. Give on the inside. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Black Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Dropping back, it's Coleman. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in 4th and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
They'll give it to him again. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's complete to the right. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll send the back in motion. A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Black Knights! Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Now the toss. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Tulane to the line, facing second and short. Defense wants to bring the heat. He'll try it again. Breaks into the open. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Looking for room. It's Mobley.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Going to swing it on second down. Rushes on him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Mikey Stadium, alive. A wall of cadets trying to urge on their fellow soldiers on third down. Snagged in the middle, it's Bohannon. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call, really nice execution.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Reed. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Finds his big tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Tulane with an opportunity on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, GreenWaves.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass, it's Coleman. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
But when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's got it. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert third down. To the air, it's Coleman. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Fires on the move. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's open on the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy pass and catch.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Nice grab in traffic. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wants to change this route. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on third down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
Going right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Corners are going to bail. He'll take a deep shot here. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's short. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Toss to the outside. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He wants to take the top off. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Skips away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Smashes through the tackle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
The speed of these quarterbacks have just gotten insane. Week in and week out, you're facing so many guys that can just pick them up and put them down and chew up 15 yards like it's nothing.
And they can make the throws, too. We call them dual threats, but really you have to be able to do both in this era of football.
Yeah, and it used to be one or the other. You had a guy that could really run. You had a guy that could throw. Now they're all packaged into one, and it's just, man, it's a headache.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the 1st.
And the Black Knights will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Powers forward. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Touchdown, Army! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the ground with the back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
That's the story today in this game. The coverage defensively has been so good. They seem to always be in the back pocket of these intended targets, and they swat another pass away incomplete.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Catch in the middle, it's Reed. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. At the 20. Touchdown, Black Knights! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming. Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Mobley. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Caught behind the line. It's Mobley. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Gonna look downfield again. Shoots it to the left. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
A look out over the Hudson, and it looks calm. It is not calm in Michie Stadium on this third down. Right down the middle. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Touchdown, Army! And they take it in for 6 more points. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Finds his man. It's Mobley. Shakes off the defender. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. He unleashes a long one. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Tulane right back to the line. To the air on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Got it in the middle, it's Hayes. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush them.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field.
He tries to take the top off. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to...
Woo-woo! Good game.